I ain't got no roof. I ain't got no roof. We be in the city. All my bitches with it. Oh, where you hoeing? Oh, where you hoeing? We be in the city. All my bitches with it. My crib's in the city. My blood's in the bitty. Guns up in Rambo house. Pops in that Bendo house. Trouble come from Yucatan. You the man. You the man. I'm sitting up in the duty, man. Don't make me spray it. Who's the man? Pop shit, you get pop quick. No roof is drop sick. Pop crew, we run shit. Oh, where you hoeing? You hurt? Oh, she was trolling. I ain't got no roof.
About to have some fun this morning, baby.
Inside a nigga closet like the double mouth. One side polo, the other side bow. Louis bow, Gucci that bow, a cool shit bow. I'm doing that bow. Ride tall every day, smoking on loud. You'll see me when my diamond hit the damn crowd. In the ocean, swimming with no damn sharks. When you see the mighty boy, you better damn fall. All said real, don't test him. I don't know y'all, I don't fuck with him. I don't know y'all, I don't fuck y'all. Cause I'm a beat out. I don't know y'all, I don't fuck y'all. Yeah, cause I'm a beat out. I don't know y'all, I don't fuck y'all. Cause I'm a beat out. I don't know y'all, I don't fuck y'all. Luda. Lil Scrappy, my partner there. Hey. I was on the air slab with my partner there. Then I left the block and hit the lab with my partner there. Left a couple bad little bitches with my partner there. Need a fuck nigga with some stitches for my partner there. Rock is my vodka, I'm a sippin' with my partner there. Roll a couple switches, hit the block with my partner there. Fresh up on the scene, looking clean with my partner there. Got a bag of kush and some beans from my partner there. Got a bad bitch, super cool with my partner there. Hit up Southside rich too with my partner there. Need a couple dollars, I'ma holler at my partner there. Nigga want a problem, scrap and squabble with it, partner there.
My partner there, hard on, my partner there. Some here, my partner there. Mechanic, my partner there. Some here, my partner there. You know, paper, my partner there. Partner there with partner there. You know, I fuck with partner there. See that, my partner there. Elvin, my partner there. Wow, my partner there. Captain, my partner there.
Ludacris, my partner there. DTP,
my partner there.
Luda.
This is how I get it.
Kinda far, my body them. Benjamins, I got lots of them. Come and try to take my Benjamin to see big blocks and we cocking them. Platinum hits, I'm dropping them. Louis kicks, I'm rocking them. So sip your lips, it's Ludacris and bitch, it ain't no stopping them. Silly hoes, I'm socking them. 15s in the trunk, I'm knocking them. Got a 5% tint on his Bentley windows, always blocking them. Cause Lil Scrappy, my partner them. Titty boy, I'm on the block with him. Dollar boy, he be robbing them. And Lil Fade, I ride in the drop with him. I-Dub, we be swapping them. Get a couple pills and popping them. Sing-a-ling was DTP, but we had to end up dropping them. Now PXC, my partner them. Willie MP, what's poppin' Slim? DTP still going strong, and all these hoes be jocking them. Doing them and popping them. Chopping them. Notorious like B.I.G. and he even got a little bit of pocket them. Now new artists, we shopping them. Air ones, we stocking them. Hit the dealership, get a brand new whip, and then we hopping them. Bad boy like blocking them. It's going down like jocking them. Shaka Zulu and Jeff Dixon. I'm going all the way to the top of them. Business deals, we locking them. Forbes list, we topping.
All the whole jack, beat steady knocking. Middle of the stage, got the whole club.
It's Block Entertainment.
Nigga, you can hate, but you
Bad Boy South.
Watch, bitch, you can't do it.
Gorilla South.
We bottle popping, you cop blocking. Told the girl you rap, but your CD flopping. Say you getting money, man, we ain't seen nothing. Your girl is persistent, she ain't stopping. Man, she say she want a hood people. I keep the perk by the pound. The trunk stay funky, y'all know we run the town. Hood people. And I keep a bad bitch around. Long hair, yellow, white, red, brown. Hood people. And my Chevy sit on 24. Blast look like flapjack. AK, you know. Hood people. I'ma play the game and I go. They can take me out the hood, but I'ma keep it hood, folks. Hood people. And I don't need a scale for the work. I can eyeball hurt. I am not you jerk. Hating on me and make your situation worse.
Dion, what's good, baby?
That's her. Say that's her. That's her. What they say, show? She know she bad. She know she bad. Bad as a motherfucker. She know she bad. She know she bad. She got her own grill, she got her own wheel, she got her own flip, so she take her own trip. She got her own swag, she buy her own bag.
About to turn up this morning,
Hey, you already know. It's your boy Lil Street. Finna have the whole motherfucking world right in this bitch. Check out how I like it when she rock her hip and wave and skip. She rock her hip and wave and skip. She rock her hip. She rock her hip. She rock her hip and wave and skip. Hey, I like how she rock it. She bring that thing over into the ground. She gon' drop it and pop it hard as she can. Got me hard in the past because she out in her stance doing her motherfucking dance, man. Look buddy cute in the face. She rock her hips to the bass. She take a sip that she weigh and want to get with Lil J after she dance on that pole. I pull my can so quick and fast when that ass hit the floor.
1, 2, 3. As it's plain to see, I go by the name of Jermaine Dupri. Dope man, fresh in the place to be. And I think they like it. Oh, I think they like it. I think they like it. Oh, I think they like it. I think they like it. Oh, I think they like it. I think they like it. Oh, I think they like it.
Oh, I think they like it when they heard me on the other one. So it's only right that I hit you with a right. Oh, I think they like me when they heard me on the other one. So it's only right that I hit you with another one.
Get it? Like me. Haters wanna fight me. Get it? Mad cause I came up overnight, B. Yeah, I switched it up, I got a 9 cup tight. So you better do the right thing like Spike. Yeah, I'm super clean, rock jeans with a white tee. Songs, but I know I need a...
This damn president just keeps on giving, boy. I tell you. I gotta be careful in this video. I know YouTube is watching, baby.
Man, what the motherfucking nigga, how hard we really motherfucking is this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Fuck nigga. Shit, man, police kids all nigga, so we out the club, nigga. They don't mean nothing, nigga. Man, fuck this nigga up, my nigga. Shit, let me show this motherfucker how hard this shit really is.
So I'm outside of the club and they think I'm a pawn. So I go to my loaded tech guy that's already drunk. I told him, motherfucker, I ain't never scared. 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 Let the chopper go. To your melon, where the plasma is oozing out of your cerebellum. Now you swallowing, we ain't talking hardcore, not eat ya, little bitch. Everybody scared of bigger nigga. Cause I put the heat to his hill nigga. Now own that brand, own some of that day.
We gonna go in today, baby. We ain't scared. We ain't scared.
I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead. Oh, it's just you calling, man. No.
Slick B. Scott is calling me. I'm in a zone. Gotta see my doctor. Scott is calling me. Scott is I'm in a zone. I wanna fly. Scott is calling now.
We turned up in this bitch today, baby. I like Monday. I got shit to do, damn.
I can't see, and all the walls keep looking at me. I tell myself there's nothing wrong, but I can't stop with my teeth. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I just keep, and I know I can't take one, so why not three? Shit get deep. I can't help the way I feel when I keep it real. In the hood, I keep my still, try to blow my high, you will get killed. Cause it's real, baby.
About to go live, baby. Last song, I just want to get a little.
Now about my city. I ain't got to flex about my city. ATL, ho, you already know what time it is. CFGB up in this chat. Bringing up with that fire. Never use a lie. We ready?
Come on, Troy.
All I spend is dinner. A cobra. French my teeth and I'm around. I'm never sober. I'm fucked up now. Say you want pills for play. Put them in black brown. Cause I'm the pastor. Leader of the week in church. It's a bustin' out the public. Give a fuck who I hurt. The hits was weak for the two. Triple O. Respect me if I got your CD. But nah, ho. Cause I am not from the city. I'm bullshitting. As soon as we come, it's time for quick stitching. Your bed is sitting. I'm on undivided.
Troy, wasn't me, cuz.
You say you're pimping. I send my nigga.
Come on, Troy.
Drinking your blood. I would give them what we have seen.
Man, that Troy was the shit, boy. What's up, man? What's up, dog? Hey, man. Hey, you know what, dog? Like, you know, sometimes I don't be wanting to go live, man. Sometimes I want to just go throughout my day and chill. Take a couple of days off. I don't be wanting to start no shit. You know what I'm saying? But some of this shit just be too juicy, dog. Like, some of this shit, I be like, damn, I gotta say something about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like old dog said, man, like, oh, let me go back.
All right. Damn. And we just gonna find these little marks and smoke them. Shit ain't that hard. As long as it ain't no problem. Look, I'm not killing no kids on the old folks, all right? Hey, man, who the fuck gonna be old out there 12 o'clock at night, man? Shit, nigga, I smoke anybody. I just don't give a fuck. I'm gonna hit this shit, nigga. Look, all right, not me, all right? I'm not killing no kids. And you know what, nigga? You act like a little bitch right now. You act real paranoid and shit. Now these motherfuckers smoked your goddamn cousin in front of you, nigga.
Now this nigga gonna get an illegals $450,000 in front of you, nigga.
Blew his head off in front of your face. You
Giving the alphabet people, man,
don't do shit. You acting like
you ain't gonna do shit. You gonna keep voting for these motherfuckers?
a bitch right now, nigga.
Tell him.
Man, fuck that. I ain't letting that shit.
I ain't letting that shit ride
You
either.
gonna go ahead and smoke all these motherfuckers. I don't care who the fuck out there.
Tell him.
God damn it. Is you down, nigga?
Is y'all down? Because I'm down, man. Fuck that shit, dog. I'm tired of this shit. How many times do the Democrats have to disrespect black people? Like this shit, like I said, this nigga is Willie D incarnate, okay? I know that was a fictional character, you know what I'm saying? But damn, I mean, straight up pimp. Like just,
I ain't letting that shit ride.
I ain't letting that shit
You gonna go
ride.
ahead and smoke all these motherfuckers. I don't care who the fuck.
Smoked your cousin right in your face, dog. Black folks, let me explain something to you. How long are you going to keep getting disrespected by this administration. I mean, this man literally is now giving money to anti-gay discrimination. Let me read this shit to you. Let me read it out to you so you can, Now this is Slate, fussy little Mr. Side dude. Let me see if this is a satirical website first, because it might be. Let me see. So I don't want to just go with something. Let me go to the bottom, see if they ain't lying. Let's see. They be playing with people. I don't see anything that says it's satire. Hold on. Let me share my screen so you can see it. Guys, you help me out now. Because I don't want to go live if it say something if it's not true. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, because Lord knows the crack pipe was fake, right? That shit wasn't even true. I saw all the articles that the media ran for interference. That shit was quoted, okay? That's not, but anyway, we'll go there later, right? But let's see. No, I don't see nothing saying this is a satire website. Let's see. Slate. Let's see. Hold on. So let's see. The Biden administration is paying out thousands to victims of anti-gay discrimination. Let's see. Most would-be beneficiaries don't even know they're eligible. Let's go. So he getting money to motherfuckers don't even know they can get it. Let's see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a scam or a very aggressive legal advertisement. Gay, discriminated against? Yes, you. Yes, you. May be eligible to collect small fortune from the federal government today. But it's no scam. The Biden administration, that was a hell of a beginning, boy. They brutal with this shit. I love it. Let's go. But the Biden administration is paying out substantial sums of money to surviving partners of same-sex couples who were denied the right to marry. No one knows exactly. See, we were all denied the right to marry. So technically, I was denied the right to marry as well as you. So do I get discriminated? Do I get money too? I don't want to. I never wanted to marry a man, but I was denied that right just like you were. Everybody was. It's not like, you know what, these two men can get married over here, but you can't. That's discrimination. Just a thought. Let's see. All right, let's see. No one knows exactly how many people are eligible. Though the best estimate reaches into the thousands at a minimum. No, probably. It's probably a couple of 100,000, 300,000-400,000. Maybe the ones that wanted to get married, I say probably a few 400,000-500,000, right? And the pot of money stretches into the millions. Unfortunately, few of these individuals know they're entitled to these payouts. And there are many elders of advanced age. So LGBT groups are in a race against time to identify, in a sense, popular. So they got their groups organizing. One of them probably Black Lives Matter, organizing to make sure that they get their money. So, black people, I got a question for you. Where our check at? Where's the black check? Now, if you talking about just because you were denied, let me explain something. I got brothers and sisters that were born without the right to vote. Are they going to get checks for that shit? They still alive. I'm just saying. I mean, because that's what it is, right? We going off people that have been discriminated against, right? I know for a fact that the federal government was targeting the black community through the J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI. This is well documented, declassified, Freedom of Information Act. We all know that J. Edgar Hoover, from Marcus Garvey all the way up to the damn 70s, was all up in the black community, doing and orchestrating all types of fuckery, right? But no, where's the check for that shit? Or how about the fact that Fannie Mae and Freddie specifically expressed the idea that they were going to create suburbs and give, poor whites the opportunity to get loans, to mortgages, to be able to get these houses, to move out into the nice sides of town and all the funding because of the price of the house, because there was an economic barrier as well as the mortgage itself. That alone provided for a better tax base for their education system. So shouldn't we get checks for that shit? You think, look, when you born, if don't nobody tell you, you'll think, okay, well, it's just always been this way. No. People are very upset about the idea that people don't want them in their space. So what they'll do is they don't want people in their space. So what they'll do is they'll create these programs like Fannie Mae and Freddie. They specifically said they're not giving loans to blacks. Or how about the social programs, welfare, Section 8, food stamps, where they specifically in writing said that they were not going to give any programs to people unless they had a single parent house. This was literally how they started those programs, right? Do I need to go on? How about the thousands of cities across the country on a state, federal, and local level where it was facilitated, where black people were separated from their wealth on purpose, right? From land, houses, property, all that shit. I'm conservative, but I ain't no fucking fool. I'm fair. If you go give checks to the LGBT community, then they ain't got shit to say about the LGBT community. Okay, ain't got a damn thing. I really don't, because this video is probably gonna draw some ire from Facebook, YouTube, I mean. So I got to be careful with what I say. Y'all know how I feel about that. I disagree with it. That's just that. I think that's not the way God made you. That's just the way I feel. I know that's not popular to say, but that's my biblical worldview. That's how I think, and I'm not ashamed of that, right? That being said, man, when is black people gonna get tired of this shit? Because, Lord, I'm tired of it. Look, I'm tired of watching it. It's like this man, he keep beating your ass, right? And I just see him beating your ass every day. And it's like, this nigga beating your ass and taking your money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You is just his bitch. Like, I'm just being straight up. We are the Democrat Party's bitch. Like, let's put this shit into words. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, I'm like, I don't know what to say, man. I just, you know, you know what? I ought to think I'm gonna play this. This the pimp shit right here. This
Your tone. Play me some old pimp shit.
Ha!
This the pimp shit. This how they talk to black folk right here. I got you. You gonna work the streets like I told you? You gotta bring it home to daddy. Like, this is what this shit is. I'm tired of it. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm mad. I'm angry. I get tired of black people defending this bullshit, right? Because in precisely 2.5 years, they will be these same niggas that's quiet that you don't see right now. They ain't got shit to say. They gonna be out here stomping for the Democrats and telling you why Donald Trump or whoever's running is racist. Just like that low IQ motherfucker that I saw yesterday. Let me play that shit again. Because that's the type of shit I'm talking about. That's the type of nigga this is why they get checks. Niggas, this is why they get checks. Because quite frankly, a lot of us just don't have the political intelligence to really understand this shit and operate from a path of just outright righteousness and wisdom. Like, why would you say some dumb shit like that? This nigga, man, why you support them? Why you supporting Trump? Trump racist. Like, that's the shit they say, right? And I'm supposed to just let this shit go. I'm supposed to just not say anything about this shit. I'm finna play it. I'm trying to find it while I'm talking. Let's see if I can find the clip where this dude, let me see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Because this dude hit up Tariq and was talking that craziness. Let's go. Right? Here we go.
Was Biden better than Trump?
I mean, Trump a racist.
So
see here, this dumb motherfucker. See what I'm saying? Trump a racist. Biden really likes us. Like, you stupid motherfucker.
Biden. So what's the difference?
So why do it matter then?
Did you vote for Biden?
Yeah.
Well, why did it matter to you? I didn't vote for either one of them, but it mattered to you. So why did you vote?
If you wouldn't have voted for Biden, then Trump would have won.
And
he would have been doing the same thing.
Good. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
Look, man, y'all need to come over to the dark side of the force, man. I'm just people. You need to come over to the dark side of the force, okay? This shit been going on long enough, okay? Let me share my screen. This shit right here, what y'all looking at, this shit done going on long enough. How long must you be lapdogs for the Democrats? How long must you defend everything? And then what gets me, this is what get me. What a lot of black people will do is they'll find something that the Republicans did to try to defend Democrats. They won't say it because they know they can't defend the fuckery. You cannot give $450,000 to illegal immigrants, cut check to gay people that couldn't get married, because technically if you cut checks to them, you got to cut checks to everybody. I was denied that right. Whether I exercised that right or not, you denied it from me, did you not? Legally, you have no precedence for cutting checks for people that couldn't get married, because that's every fucking body. You see that shit? Like, what is this, man? What is this shit, man? Listen to this.
No, Trump has not done anything. He never put together any anti-black policies that directly harmed us, like Biden.
He called for them black kids to get executed.
He wasn't president then.
Guys, I don't want to say this, but I don't even know if them guys were innocent or guilty. If you really go look into that shit, there's a lot of shit went on with that case. I know we get the stories and they done made the movies and shit with look, I went and looked into that shit. I saw some confessions. I watched it back some years ago, and I really don't know. I'm not saying they guilty. I'm not saying they're not either. I don't know, because there was more than one DNA in that woman. So I don't know. I don't know. Ain't got shit to do with it.
Worse.
How was it worse than he wasn't president, sir?
You get tax cuts from Trump being president?
You get tax cuts? You starting a business and trying to be productive? That's the only way you support a Republican, is trying to be productive and start businesses.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the heat flow through you.
Don't y'all feel that shit welling up inside you? You got to, man. When are you going to get angry? Huh? When are you going to get angry?
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the heat flow through you. Good.
You gotta feel that shit welling up inside you. You got to. Come on, rock with me, man. Damn. You gotta feel that shit.
What does tax cuts have to do with anything, sir?
That got to be the reason why you want Trump in so bad.
I don't care who's in, as long as.
Yeah, I know. But you know what, though? Let me tell you some funny shit, though. I tried to tell people back when I knew what Biden was going to do. Biden is doing everything we said he was going to do, trying to destroy the economy, trying to get rid of jobs, trying to empower the Chinese government. He's doing everything that he's supposed to do. We saw this. I knew this. Anybody with an IQ over 5 could have told you this is what they're about to do. Clearly, this is what he's about to do. He's talking about putting a super liberal on the damn Supreme Court. Somebody we're going to have to feel whatever fuckery they want to shit on us for the next 30 years, whoever they are, right? This is the type of shit that I'm talking about. We knew. And so all these people that feel like the election was fair, and I'm not even going to say it was or wasn't fair, because you can kind of tell by my content what I really feel about the election, right? Just read my mind, right? Read my mind. Like, I want you to use your jet, use the force. Read my mind.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the heat flow through you.
What you think? What you think I feel about an election that took 2 weeks to count in all these states that mysteriously got the votes that they needed? Like, I'm just saying, that's just think about that for a second. Think about that. Every state where it was held up, took 2 weeks, he mysteriously got the votes. I'll be damned. We went to sleep, wake up, damn, he got 800,000. These statistical mathematical chances of every vote. No, come on, man. This man got 99% of the votes, bro, that came in. That shit don't never happen. You don't got no write-ins or nothing. Come on, man. Come on. I got to watch what I say. I'm sorry, allegedly. Well, we know that to be fact, though. That is what happened. He did get 100%. That's actual fact. So, and look, can I be honest? I think that's partially why he does what he does. He ain't got to worry about shit. He know if they put him up for election, he going to win every fucking time. Democrats are going to win every election now. Y'all do know that, right? Well, and I'm not trying to say it like, look, the country, you could think the country's far left, whatever. I think they're going to win every election moving forward. I just got a hunch. I don't know why, but I just do. I don't give a fuck what they do. They can drop nukes. They're going to win every election. I don't know. Mysteriously, they're going to get the votes, and it's going to be fair. right? That's what we got to say. And hey, just because they had a count, hey, they counted them. They counted them, so it's fair. I remember they counted the ones in Georgia. They said the poll watchers, they said they're going to let the poll watchers in to count it, right? Dude, they had them dudes standing back 30, 40 feet while they recounted them. 30, 40 feet. They sitting there with cameras watching the people going through like, what is this? This is not how you recount some shit. Like, come on, man. Hey, you might want to throw Philly in there too. But hey, I don't know. I just know that where they put up cardboard in front of the glass and shit like that, mysteriously he got all the votes. I don't know. And you know what I hate to admit about this shit? This is what I'm going to say. You know what's really fucked up? It's a few things I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you. And we all feel this way. Nobody wants to say it. I'm going to say that shit, though, because I love to, right? It's a few things I hate to see. Usually, not every time, but probably about 90% of the time, when you see somebody doing that shit, it was a bunch of black folks. In Georgia, there's a bunch of black folks operating in them polling stations doing that shit. In Pennsylvania, black people. In Detroit, right? I mean, right? Look at Detroit fucked up anyway. So, of course, they gonna they gonna do what they do with that, right? And they're gonna wait till that Wayne County. They're gonna mysteriously, they're gonna be the last county to turn in every time. Some reason, the major metropolitan areas last, right? Even though you got areas where it's a lot of conservative people, got the same population by county, they can turn their shit in, but not the other. No, mysteriously. And they got they had over 100% turnout in a lot of these counties. We just let that shit go, right? We just let that. But anyway, I'm not even going to go there. All of this is alleged. YouTube, don't strike me. All of this is alleged, okay? I believe the official story, okay? Allegedly, though, they're saying that this is what happened. And so when shit like that happen, man, you know, at the end of the day, you're not gonna really be able to stop this shit. I mean, look at this. This man is giving money. Man, look, the sight of this man ought to piss you the fuck off. Because it does to me. You want to see something? When I see him, this is what I feel.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
And that's my thing. And so I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. You know, you hear about Hillary spying. Yeah, they did. I mean, look, they spied on Trump. They fabricated, they made the Russia story up because that wasn't really him doing that. That was, if anybody was colluding with the Russians, I mean, do we need to go into who? We know who. Who got checks from the Russians, right? Who got checks from the Chinese? Who got leaked emails of phase 1 projects after, you know, what are the phase 1 projects they're talking about? Phase 1 of what? What are these? Have y'all heard about that shit? Of course you won't, because nobody's doing any real journalism out here and giving you the real truth, right? Yeah, Fruitcake Gillum against, yeah, they did. Found a van filled with votes for Gillum. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. But guys, I'm gonna tell you a dirty little secret. If somebody thinks that a child in the womb literally can be aborted 5 minutes before they're born, what makes you think they won't, you know, do something, you know, I can't say the CH word, but what makes you think they won't do something a little weird with the numbers, right? Like, come on, man. Come on. I mean, come on. Like, do I need to really get, like, this is the shit that get me is I don't really, truthfully, man, I don't even know if I can coexist in a society with people that'll think like that, to be honest with you. Because when you think like that, then we don't have any real social contracts. Like a child in the womb 5 minutes before, if you can abort them, you can suck their brains through a tube, a fully developed baby, infant. You can suck his brains through a tube and he's not living, and you have no problem with that shit, and you wonder why the numbers are funny in these districts. Come on, man. Come on. Do I need to put this shit together? That's like saying, you know what, man? This dude is a major drug dealer. He's selling all types of drugs. And then you shocked when he got a gun. Like, what the fuck? That goes with the territory. if you're going to sell dope, you probably need a gun, right? You could just kind of deduce from, deductive reasoning that this person, if they are this way, then they're probably this way. Now, you can not know for sure, but you probably need to take precautions because chances are that's the way they're leaning. Now, this man has shown at every turn that he hates black people. Like, I mean, when I say hate, I mean this dude literally hates and despises black folks. And my thing is, at the end of the day, how long are we going to just take this shit, man? How long are black people just going to continue? Wake the fuck up. This is what it is right here.
It's okay, baby. You cool?
This nigga slap us every fucking week. I'm listen, I could go live talking about this dude shitting on black folks. Specifically, not like, look, at least with Obama, it was like once a month, he'll do some disrespectful shit to black folks. And I would talk about it, but I would make Facebook posts and the niggas will argue with me and shit like that. But this shit right here, man, this dude, this probably, if I had to tell the truth, if I sat this dude down with a gun to his head and say, hey man, how do you feel about black people? Tell the truth. I hate niggers. I despise them. I really do. And I think he's so old and senile, he's going to fuck around and say it in a video, and these niggas still going to support it.
Do what you want. I give you your release. You're free.
Man, it don't matter what they say. They gonna say that shit ain't true, dog. Go, let me show you. Watch this shit. Watch this. Now watch this shit. Watch this. They already doing damage control for the watch this. Watch this shit right here. Republicans add crack pipes to list of social issues for midterms. Look at this shit, man. USA Today fact check. Look at this shit. Look at this. Explaining the claim about the Biden administration. This is the shit. Listen, the children of the fallen run the media too, bro. You got to go to page 2 to really get some real shit on it. Let me see if I can find one. Is this it? Now they denied it. Of course you are. It was a PR political nightmare. Of course you. Now here we go. Here we go. In order to get this shit, okay, so all these people lying. They just made it up. Let's see what it says. The Biden administration will be funding federal program which says it aims to reduce diseases and cut. See, the problem is I've seen many a program in liberal cities like San Francisco and a lot. That's why listen. That's why I told y'all, Tamar was talking to my lady Saturday, and she was like, I'm getting the hell up out of LA. It's over. They've destroyed it. That's what she said. It's crime ridden. It's ratchet as hell. Now people are running from the state of California because of the stupidity of these people, right? They are incompetent. They don't know how to run shit, right? And so what you see right here, the Biden administration will be funding federal program which says it aims to reduce disease and cut drug use overall. The program includes a controversial distribution of safe smoking kits or crack pipes. The Department of Health and Human Services grant program is set to begin in May, and applications close on Monday. It will provide $30 million to nonprofit local governments and multiple purposes, including education and counseling for drug addicts. But it is the safe smoking kits and supplies that stir controversy, just the same as clean. Damn. Read full story. Let's see if they'll let me. Clean Needles program have in the past. Now, who started the Clean Needles shit? These are Democrat policies and programs. You know what? Let's give him, he on this. Let's give him some clean shit. Let's give him clean needles. At least we can cut down HIV. Right? Who in these cities are bringing up a lot of this shit? Who's doing it? Right? The HHS spokesperson told the Washington Free Beacon which first reported the story that the pipes. Let's go to the original story. Let's see. Because they're doing interference, right? So right here, the Washington Free Beacon, Biden at men to fund crack pipe distribution to advance racial equality. $30 million program will provide smoking kits to vulnerable communities. This is the shit I'm talking about. You know what? You need relief. Let me give you some crack pipes. This shit is laughable. This shit is funny. It is.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
This shit is funny. Okay, I don't care what nobody say. This shit is just it's comedic gold.
Seven women in the palm of his hand. Willie D. Willie D. Got a woman for every man. Willie D. Willie D. It's magic the way he runs his game. Ooh, Willie. Never treating.
You know, it gotta be magic to do some people like that. You know, one of the things, you know, they say is magic, and I heard some pimp shit like that before. Some people say it's magic the way you beguile and get these women to go out there and work and sell their bodies and shit like that. Like, when are black people gonna wake the fuck up? Can somebody tell me? Because I don't know when. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did. He did. And not only that, my homeboy sent me a clip. I'm gonna see if I can find it right quick. It was comedic gold, but it was supposed to be funny. But this shit was like, damn, that's crazy. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I played it yesterday. And this is why I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be real, probably fucked up. A lot of dudes, once you're a felon, I really ain't really just keen on a lot of them getting their voting rights back. I know that's fucked up to say, but I'm gonna show you why. Because how is a person gonna vote 9 times out of 10 that thinks like that? A lot of times. Let's look at this shit here, right? Look at this. This is how they think.
Reagan flooded the community with drugs. That's a terrible thing. But then we asked the Democrats to do something about it.
What they do?
They locked up everybody who sold drugs and left the crackheads to raise the community. Thank you, Democrats. And this is the funny part. The person who broke the bill for all of the locking up is the nigga you asking us to vote for now. Which is hilarious that you say the Republicans didn't do anything, when in fact, as terrible as Donald Trump is.
See, he got to say it's terrible. I hate that you got to say as terrible as Donald Trump is. This dude is probably conservative. He's scared to say it. When we come into the black community as black conservatives, we gotta. If you want to really be covert with niggas, you gotta try to say you gotta act like you don't like Trump and you're not a conservative. You gotta say, well, as bad as Trump was, what the fuck did Trump do besides put some shit on Twitter to hurt motherfuckers' feelings? Can somebody tell me? What did he do? Right? What policies specifically targeted black people and hurt black people? Please don't come in my comments and say some dumb shit like, well, look, man, opportunity zones hurt black people because it really just helped start a bunch of gentrification. I can't stand niggas that talk about that gentrification shit. What they really saying is, look, black person, don't increase your skills. You are look, it's like I'm gonna give you a good example. That's like saying we gonna target motherfuckers with good dick. It ain't shit I can do, right? I'm gonna be targeting. Let me stop. Hold on. I had to put that one out there. I had to let that one go. But what I'm saying is, that's like saying you're gonna target somebody with, I don't know, dark skin, right? There's nothing you can do to separate yourself from your dark skin, right? So what happens is you get sucked into you're locked in, right? Or we gonna target people with kinky hair. That's all damn near all 99% of black people gonna be targeted, right? They know that. When you say we're going to raise the economic, strata so that, in order to sell or buy a house in this neighborhood, it needs to be $200,000. That's some shit. Like, my hair is one thing I can't change. my you know, or I can change it, but not without chemicals. I'm talking about the way it grows out my scalp is normal, right? My skin tone, I can't change that shit if I want to bleach it, but shit, I be done got cancer, right? That being said, right? There's nothing that is locked in with black folks that says you gotta make $30,000 a year. So why do we make these commercials or make these documentaries talking about gentrification and how they're hurting black people by raising the economic strata, as if you locked in and you can only make $30,000 because of the skin color, or because of your hair texture? Or they had shit to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. You listen to somebody that's making more than $30,000, way more. A lot of guys in the chat, in the comments, you guys make way more than that. You don't have to be gentrified. You can live anywhere. I live around a bunch of white folks right now. I got white and black neighbors, but it's a lot of white people in this area where I'm at now. I'm not gentrified. They hadn't gentrified me no fucking well. You want to gentrify me, you put $1 million house or something in. Yeah, I can't afford that shit. But even in Atlanta, it's a lot of black folks that be living in Buckhead. Go ride them. You ride down Buckhead, you see a bunch of black people in these areas where it's real expensive. So let's stop it. Let's stop it with the lies. Let's stop it with the narrative that black people are inherently broke because that's why anything you do with opportunity zones where some wealthy person, it could be Diddy, it could be Jay-Z, it could be Byron Allen, it could be Oprah, it could be Robert Smith, it could be Bob Johnson, it could be, I mean, you name it. It's so many black people riding $200,000-$300,000 cars. It could be LeBron James. It could be all these damn athletes in every city, every major metropolitan area. You have a black athlete making $30,000, $40,000 on an NBA team. And probably if he's a black quarterback, he making 30, 40 million. And then if it's a black quarterback, he making 25, 30 million minimum. The wide receivers making, black people can come into these neighborhoods and wipe their ass with the money that they blow on little frivolous shit and fix a lot of their problems and come into the community, build up, make jobs, create shit for ourselves, but we don't do that, do we? So I'm sorry, gentrification is so so if you're gonna say Trump did something bad, it can't be opportunity zones. It can't be, right? Because that just automatically assumes all these black millionaires can't invest. How the fuck did they become a millionaire? They invested, right? So a lot of black millionaires don't want to go into the black community and invest. They don't. That's the truth.
All of those people who were locked up were able to vote again, giving us voting power again. All those people who had felonies that could not vote can now vote again, and they voted for the nigga who put them in prison. Good job, black community.
This is the typical mentality of a lot of them. I agree with the brother. He is correct. You let a lot of them out. That's how they think. They still Democrat. Damn near any black person you give voting rights to is gonna be Democrat. And because they're Democrat, they're gonna operate under a certain paradigm. The way they think, the way they operate, the way they approach politics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a bunch of them. What did Republicans do for black people? I'm all to do a video about that. What have Republicans done for black people? Let me think. Okay, if I had to think, it would probably, I could go into business shit, but obviously black people don't start business. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to have a real fucked up, low view of your own people to believe some of the shit they're telling you, because when they say shit like, well, you must be a business owner, like this dumb nigga here, let me show you. This dumb nigga that was talking to Tariq.
It's not Biden. Was it worse than he wasn't president, sir?
Do you get tax cuts from Trump being president?
What does
See there? So automatically, this nigga, what he just told you was, you black, you must own a business. You must be a productive nigga. That's the only reason you'll support a Republican. So what does that tell you? Didn't I tell y'all if you want to be successful, do the opposite of what niggas tell you? Didn't I tell you that shit? That's exactly why. Yeah, nigga, I support him because of the tax cuts. What else you got? Whatever you say, I'm going to do the opposite. Listen to this nigga.
Cuts have to do with anything, sir.
That got to be the reason why you want Trump in so bad.
I don't care who's in, as long as it's not Biden. Or the
you get tax breaks.
What does tax break have to do with anything? I don't get any tax breaks. What does that mean? That's a talking point, sir. What does that mean?
That's what you and Charlamagne do. Y'all got talking points for Trump.
We do.
What talking point did Charlamagne have? I'm sorry, Charlamagne was a water carrier for the Democrat Party. And he said he supported Kamala like Kamala really gave a fuck about black people, right? I don't support Biden. I'm voting for Kamala Harris. The vice president is as if the vice president is going to do something. You vote for the damn president. That's the one that's going to really make a lot of the influential shit that you care about. What the vice president going to do? Besides shit, a lot of foreign shit, but we see what Biden did with that. You think Kamala gives a damn about black people? Like, come on, bro.
Anti-Biden, no matter what Biden do.
But why should we support Biden?
So Trump won't get in.
That ain't good enough. Now let me ask you.
You rather Trump be in? So would you rather Trump be in?
Trump would have been better than Biden. Yes, he would have been. Now,
how so? How so?
Because Trump didn't.
But he got more votes than anybody in history, ever, to the tune of 10, 13 million more votes than Barack Obama got in 08. And you know Trump shit was real because ain't no way in hell Trump got that many votes. They stole it. Well, anyway, allegedly, whatever. I'm not going to say anything about what he got. Trump got more votes than Barack Obama did. That should tell you something about Trump. But let's go. And I think next time it's gonna be a wave of motherfuckers coming for Trump. Trump this time is gonna get an ocean of support, black people included. Watch, because by the time we get to 2024, we might be in fucking middle of a damn war, a world war, fucking with Biden. I'm just telling you what it is.
Black people, 4 years he was in them.
He didn't put together policies that undermined us. He didn't flood us with immigrants. And he wasn't passing out crack pipes.
Biden only been in for 1 year.
Man, Biden has been in politics for 40-something years. Biden was.
You just said he wasn't president. You said Trump wasn't president. Biden wasn't president.
But Biden was vice president for a long time under Obama. Biden has been in politics for 40-something years, and in those 40-something years, he has always undermined black people, sir.
What did he do? What did he do to undermine black people?
The crime bill, sir.
Black people wanted this.
Black people
going to do that.
No, they did not, sir. Black
people wanted that. Black people wanted that. They wanted him to do that.
There's news telling him that he need to do something about the crime in the black community.
Those were the bootlegs that they bought and paid for. They did not represent black people.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be straight up with you. The crime bill ain't the real reason you can go at Biden. You can just go at Biden with him on the Senate floor campaigning for the crime bill and the shit he said then. That's alone. That alone, like, okay, we need to do something about crime. But the shit he was saying was some real, like, you are unsalvageable black man type shit. Like, you are, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's go. Yeah, can I get some likes, guys? Thank you. Hit the like button. Thank you.
They don't represent us. They don't represent us, though. They're not no black leaders. They're not doing what black people say. The black people are doing what they say, sir. So Biden is still bad. No, they were not. No, they were not. Black people were not begging for a damn crime bill, sir. Where are you from, by the way, sir? Where are you from?
South Carolina.
Where's your family from?
South Carolina.
Are you a foundational black American, sir?
Yeah, no, I don't want Trump in.
Okay. So,
I'd rather deal with Biden than Trump.
And why is that? Why would you rather deal with Biden?
Because Trump are open racist.
So is Biden.
So why do it matter then? You'd rather Trump than Biden, but both of them open racist?
Yes. Now, if we're dealing with open races, now we just have to deal with the lesser of the evils.
I do agree. And I'm going to tell you something about the crime bill. As fucked up as it was, a lot of black people, guys, you know, and I hate to do this. I'm going to show y'all something right quick. Because I like to get receipts, right? And so if you go right here and you go to American Gangster, season Freeway Rick, this one right here. If you click this one, let me take it over here and hit play. You got Maxine Waters on here talking about, watch this shit. What shit? Let me get it off the screen. Hold on. So Maxine Waters is over here, and she's talking about why they did the crime bill.
this white individual who was a drunk who would come in. Now we're starting to see minorities come in, predominantly blacks come in because of this cocaine epidemic. They are living out on the streets in what we call cardboard condominiums.
As the crack epidemic spread across the country, it was abruptly discovered by mainstream media.
When we were looking on the news about this new drug called crack, they're like, they talking about that rock cocaine. We've been doing that 5 years before they even talking about it.
Now society has to begin to look at.
Now watch this. Watch what they say. Watch this.
And say, this particular epidemic, this ill is gripping our community to the point now we have to do something.
If someone offers you drugs, what will you do?
When I was a kid, that was a big deal. Just say no.
What'd you say?
Just say no. That's good for prevention. But we were already in the battle.
They made Nancy Reagan like the face of the Just Say No campaign. It's just like George Bush making Laura like the gangs are.
The community saying something's got to give. Well, elected officials react to that. And something's got to give. Let me give you a law tougher than the last one.
In 1986, federal lawmakers created new mandatory minimums. Prison terms for crack possession.
Wait a minute. So the government, hold on. Let's see. Now, this is before the crime bill. Let's see what happened.
Equal to 100 times the same amount of powdered cocaine.
Well, I'll be damned. If you get caught with crack, they're going to give you way more time. Let's go. Let's keep going.
The black prison population exploded.
But this law did not affect the powdered cocaine. This was just for crack.
You hear people that said, my God, this new laws are only capturing black and brown kids. Well, black and brown kids happen to be who were selling the crack cocaine on the street.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
They targeted basically poor people who were either in possession or using crack cocaine.
But you got to remember, early on, the black community kind of pushed for this because they were the victims of the crack cocaine epidemic.
Oh, shit. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The black community. Let me go back. Let me play. Now watch this.
Who were either in possession or using crack cocaine.
But you got to remember, early on, the black community kind of pushed for this because they were the victims of the crack cocaine epidemic.
But Ricky Ross remained at large.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. So I don't agree with Tariq when he says that was just the Boule Black Caucus. No, black folks was tired of that shit. Look, I was trying to learn how to play basketball in the crack era, okay? I was outside dribbling in like 90, 91, 88, dribbling the basketball. Junkies stopping me every 10 minutes thinking I'm selling dope. One of them told me, damn, man, you got the perfect lookout. You got the dribbling the ball. Damn, you could sell a lot of dope this way. I'm like, nah, thanks, brother. I just want to dribble my back. I just want to be a good basketball player. But that's what I was doing. So the crack era and all that shit that went on, yeah, we were complicit in the laws that were created in the 80s alone because the crime was that damn bad. People don't remember that shit. A lot of people don't remember how bad the crime had gotten when crack was like in the middle of the crack era. So yeah, black folks were like, man, fuck that shit. Go ahead and lock these niggas up. Fuck them. That's how we were thinking. And that is the mentality that Joe Biden had when he was on the Senate floor talking like that. That's how people were thinking back then. Nowadays, everybody's woke and conscious and feels sorry for the drug dealers and junkies and shit, breaking and stealing. Well, he's just stealing because he's hungry. He's just selling drugs because his dad is locked up and his mom is a prostitute on drugs, right? So he has no choice. So we shouldn't really fit. Now we looking at that shit through that spectrum. But I remember, damn it. I remember. That's what you got older people for. You got people like me. Sub, I'm here to tell you. So everybody, the 94 crime bill was racist. It was racist. Look, that's why people did that shit, man. Because that shit was out of control. That's why they started locking them niggas up. And you had 3 strikes. Well, damn, I mean, I ain't got a felon my whole damn life. Well, that's easy for you to say. Well, shit, I chose not to do the shit. Why did you do it? Well, we have no money. Yeah, but we didn't have no money either. I was broke. I ain't had no money. I went to school with $30, $25 tennis shoes on and got joked on, right? I struggled to get clothes and school clothes. We got the lights cut off, the gas cut off in the middle of winter. We had to use propane for about a year and a half because we got the gas cut off at the house. Because gas was $300-$400. It was ridiculous in the middle of winter. I never forgot that shit. Our damn phone used to get turned off, damn it. Y'all don't remember before they deregulated the phones, used to call people's houses, and it was embarrassing. My damn phone would be off for like 3-4 days sometimes because mom ain't had the money. My sister ain't have it for whatever. My dad ain't have. We broke. That's it. So shit just get turned off. This is how it was growing up. Why I ain't sell dope? My mama could have used the extra $1,000 a month on the side. I could have gave her that money. That's bullshit, man. Niggas ain't selling dope because they trying to feed their family. That's bullshit. Most of them ain't. You can feed your family on a damn minimum wage job in Alabama. Easy. No, you want it easy. You want the easy way out. You don't want to work. It's easy. Why would you go and work and have to get, $100 a week or $150 a week as a kid when you can work an hour and a half and get $100 selling dope? That's why a lot of kids sold dope. I don't believe that shit. I don't. I was a kid once. I understood the mentality of a lot of those kids. Everybody sell dope ain't just selling dope because they trying to keep the damn roof over their head. There are rare cases where that is the case. Even in that case, there's a lot of excessive shit that they do. It's not just that you selling to try to have, a roof and food. These motherfuckers want nice cars and rims and clothes and nice shit. So it ain't just excessive. It's the consumerism. You're addicted to retail. And so you feel like you got to have the nicest Jordans. You got to have the nicest shit. And so that's why a lot of niggas sold dope. So I'm sorry. I'm not really an anti-crime bill person like that, although it was kind of fucked up and it probably needed to be changed. And they should do something about the prison system and how it's set up. Because if you do time, you shouldn't have to worry about losing your life or getting raped. You shouldn't. Right? Especially if you're a non-violent offender. Right? So I do think they need to make changes. But that ain't my high list of priorities, just like the police isn't.
That would be Trump.
How is he the list of the both E's?
Because what's Trump's crime bill against black people? Trump did put a crime bill out there. Biden did. So that's less evil.
He told the police when you arrest them, rough them up a little bit.
And Biden did too. Biden supports police brutality against black people. Biden supports.
But he didn't say nothing like that.
But Biden allows it and Biden funds these people to do it, sir. Biden funds them.
Bro, I remember DC in the 80s. That shit was bad. I heard about DC in Alabama. DC was like the murder capital. It was between them and Detroit and New Orleans. Them three right there. They was killing left and right. I know why they was killing in New Orleans, because of that parish system and the way it was set up. You kill a person in New Orleans and get 15 months. That's all they was giving. You ain't like a nigga, kill him, you'll get 15 months. I heard that from a nigga from New Orleans that was in the gangs and shit. He said, man, we'll kill a nigga and get 15 months. We like, shit, I'll do a year and a half, year and a quarter. That's all I got to do, and I killed this nigga? Shit, fuck it. I do it. That's how them niggas thought.
I had 4 years, though. He didn't do nothing for black people for 4 years.
And he didn't do anything against black people.
Biden only been in for 1 year. He still got 3 more years to do something for black people.
And he's not. He's already said he's not. What he's doing for us is giving us crack pipes. Are you happy with the crack pipes, sir?
He's giving the white people crack pipes.
He said the crack pipes, their administration said that was a racial equality thing. So is that racial equality?
White community.
They said it's racial equality.
Racial. They don't mean black.
Okay.
They don't mean black.
Okay. So racial equality.
Many different races.
Okay. So that is assumed that it's for black people too.
Why?
Because
opioid crisis in the white community right now.
So you're admitting that Biden ain't doing nothing for black people.
Just like Trump didn't do 4 years.
But Biden is harming black people, sir. You're kind of talking in circles. I've explained.
Trump's base is full of racists.
So is Biden's.
And this is what I never understood about low IQ voters, low information voters. They'll say somebody's racist in the Republican side, right? And like I talked about yesterday, let me explain when people say racist, right? And I'm gonna do this one more time for those people that don't get it. So George Wallace, former governor of the state of Alabama. The segregation now, I say segregation tomorrow and segregation forever. That guy that hated black folks, well, he's a Democrat. And not only was he a Democrat, he was in office and voted for by black people up until 1987. Yes. Yes, black people. Black people supported this guy. Listen, my dad had a Auburn colored sticker on the back of his car. It was blue. If you're from Alabama and you old school, you know I'm telling the truth. Governor Wallace had a navy blue sticker with orange letters that said Wallace. I remember. Right? And that is what, the final term, 1983 to 1987. So black people supported this man being in office who was a segregationist who said he changed his stripes in 1970 somehow. I don't know when, but they say he changed his stripes. Now, why is that important? People ain't voting. People in the South, and a lot of people in the South weren't voting Republican because they hate niggers. And a lot of them did hate niggers. I'm not a fool. See, I'm not an idiot with it. A lot of them did hate black folks. But that being said, a lot of people in the South voted Republican because they didn't support the fuckery that they saw coming from the Democrat side, giving away crack pipes, giving kids hormonal shots in the elementary school, removal of parental rights. You can't, at least when you was a kid, your mom had to sign off on you getting sex education from your teacher. And she had to know your teacher and see if she could trust your teacher to talk about those types of things with your kids. But nowadays, Democrats just want to remove all that shit, right? They're in first position with your kids, right? You do know that, right? Legally, listen to me. Legally, the government is in first position with your children. If you have children and they have a birth certificate, which damn near all of us do, that gives the state the right, not the birth certificate, one of them. It's either the birth certificate or the Social Security number. Social Security card, one of them. What that does, whatever state you come from, that gives that state the right. If you get a marriage certificate, yeah, that's it. The marriage certificate specifically. You get a marriage certificate, the state is in first position from your kids, your property, all that shit. That's why when you die, they can come take your shit, right? Legally, you give it away. You give away your rights. You don't know it, right? Because what was one of the biggest things about the founding of the United States? It was always about property rights, individual freedom, liberty, religious freedom. They have chipped away at your rights. One of the biggest rights they chip away at is your property ownership, because your labor is considered private property. A lot of us don't know that, but sure, a lot of y'all do, but a lot of people don't know that, right? So what happens is when you work a job, that is your private property. And when they take taxes out your check, by definition, they're taking your property from you, right? This is this shit. And what they do is they promise you free shit. Well, we're going to give you roads. We're going to give you school. Well, shit, you taking the gas out, the tax out the gas for the roads and for the schools. You hit me with the property tax. And for the military, you charge, that's business taxes. So damn, why are you taking this money? Come to find out it's going to the children of the fallen. Y'all think I'm playing? This shit, look, listen, watch this. All right, Grace Commission. What is the Grace Commission? Let's just see. What was the purpose of the Grace? The Grace Commission report, or the president's private sector survey of cost controls, made recommendations. No, they full of shit. Just tell us what it really was. Wikipedia. Basically, what the Grace Commission found, and I'm gonna give you the link. Fuck it, you can look it up. Type this shit on YouTube. You can get a real deep, vast understanding what the Grace Commission is. The Grace Commission basically says that they taking all our damn tax dollars and paying the interest on the Federal Reserve. That's what they doing. So every time you see them print money and doing the shit they doing, they basically taking our damn children's future and doing it and wiping their ass with it, right? Giving loans to foreign enemies and shit. That's our money. That's our grandkids' money they loaning out. Just so you know, right? So a lot of the shit with the Tea Party and the people in the South and shit, they see this shit and so they complain. And this dumbass nigga, the dude that's talking to Tariq, thinks that means they're racist because they don't believe what the Democrats are doing, right? This is the basic shit.
Well, why is racist so against Biden? Biden so racist.
Well, race is always
bro. They come take that child from that woman. They lit. If they want to, they come. If anybody says something out of order, they can come take your child legally. Take your child for all types of the shit that they have us sign when the child is born. A lot of that shit, we don't read it. Just like the state is in first position on any house you buy. That's your private property. How the fuck you got to, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me I got a house and if I don't pay the government, they can take it? Yeah. It's called property taxes. You mean to tell me I can't operate a car without giving them their tax? Yeah, it's called registration. You mean to tell me I can't even be able to unless I pay for something called that's called a driver's license. Yeah, the government is a leech. Period, point blank.
Among themselves, sir.
Well, why are they so big on Trump then? When they support the person who's the most racist?
Yeah, Biden. A lot of racists support Biden too. Liberal racists.
They ran into the Capitol because Biden.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
That's not supporting him.
And look at a lot of these liberal judges giving them slaps on the wrist. Let's be very clear. A lot of the judges that are not punishing these people.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Your biggest damn ally really is the far right a lot of times. And I know people don't believe that shit. And when I say the far right, I'm talking about motherfuckers that hate black folks. That's because, and I'm going to tell you why. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Right now, the biggest enemy, the most dangerous enemy of black people is the small hat. I believe that shit to the core, right? Nobody's going to tell me anything. You can say white supremacy, whatever. No, I'm being specific. Small hats. Specifically, the small oligarchy of small hats that run everything. They're pulling all these damn strings, right? George Soros. Those are the biggest enemy of black people, right? Because of all the shit we complaining about. Is they got them. So the people that don't like them, who don't like them? Who calls them out? You have to go to certain places to get to hear them called out. You have to go to certain places, but in those places, they hate black folks a lot of times. Now, am I saying that we should be coons? No. By no stretch. You hate me, then fuck you too then. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel about it. But that being said, doesn't mean we can't come together politically to protect what we hold is valuable, which is the traditional family values, i.e. the black family, which should be the priority of any black community. Any black leader should be focused on the black family, not LGBT, not trans, not none of that shit, right? Not BLM. No, the number one, not the police, not prison reform, the black family. And people say, well, shit, you want to help the family, get the brothers out of prison. As if they just hurrying up, they just rushing to get married, right? Okay. Because there's only about, 1 million of them in prison total? What about the other 20 some odd million brothers that's not in prison? What resources do they need? You know what I'm saying? When I say right, that's what I meant. But I'm saying far right because those are the ones that are extremists in a lot of areas, racist. Because those are the ones that this nigga is sitting up here saying, Juke, is the main ones. But a lot of them racists on their side. Well, a lot of those people, like the Tea Party people, I agree with 99% of what they were talking about. They were calling for a constitutional Congress, right? A lot of people don't know what that is. Do you know in the Constitution, if I think 33% or 60% of the states were to sign a petition, they could convene and strip away a lot of the rights of the government whenever the government became tyrannical and oppressive to the people. That's written in the Constitution. That I learned that from the Tea Party, right? I didn't know nothing about all that. The Tea Party are the ones that was pushing that. I was like, that's a damn good idea. We can get rid of term limits. We could really drain the swamp in Washington. Of course, they fighting that shit tooth and nail because they know they will be stripped of power and there would be nothing they can do about it. This is the Constitution. That's what it says, right? These people that want to secede from the United States Union, the United States, I'm with it. Like if Texas secedes, which is it's a lot of that's growing. That's a lot of Tea Party people talking like that. And when you say, well, no, they just racist, that's some low IQ shit. Maybe they want to protect the fact that they don't want their son getting a shot, because the ex-wife wants the child to be a female. The husband doesn't. And in the right state, it ain't shit you could do. But in certain states, you can fight that shit. You see what I'm saying? These are just basic traditional family values that people want to protect. whatever. They may be on the far right or the left. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even, well, not the left, but they may be on the far right or the right. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the right mostly, but I'm not a far right. I'm not with some of this extremist shit. Like, I don't believe in, what's his name, Richard Spencer or whatever his name. I don't fuck with what he says, but I understand where he's coming from because he's honest. But Richard Spencer didn't like Trump. Why is that?
Pardon them. Trump said he's going to pardon them.
Trump is not president now. What are you talking about, sir?
2024 said if I win, I'm going to pardon those on January 6th.
He don't.
The reason, Carlton. Let me kind of speak a little bit more complex for that. When I'm speaking for myself for that family talk, the black community's fucked up because it doesn't have families. So what you're seeing is the offshoot of us not being at the wheel and letting the community go down the toilet. Right? Yeah, I know Richard Spencer didn't support Trump. Right? So when I talk about the black family and traditional family values, I'm talking about the values, not every woman out here on the street. But you can find a woman that want to be married. Now that's bull. Most brothers can. Most brothers don't want to get married because you're over sexualized. A lot of us guys, the constant bombardment of sex and lust and shit that you see 24/7 is controlled by small hats. Right? Like, this shit way deeper than what I can't say what if I really went at it, people would think I hate them with this shit. If I really just told the truth about what I really feel about them. The people that are at the top of that oligarchy that are controlling this shit, the porn industry, sex, the way you cut your television on, and it's sex. That shit as men soaks into your brain, into your psyche, and all you want to do is fuck all day, right? And so what happens is, a lot of men don't want to get married. They're like, well, man, look at all this pussy out here I can get. I'm going to get that up? No. So a lot of dudes don't want to get married either. They just want to fuck. So a lot of men don't even have those traditional family values. A lot of men don't. Like, a lot of men they don't go to church. They don't have those. So why would they have those values? A lot of them get their values from a lot of this red pill shit. Like, this shit is the church of the black man today. A lot of it is. Right? So a lot of black men today, they don't give a fuck about that shit. Who loses maximally into the voting Democrat at 90%? Black men voted to the tune of like 85% though. So it doesn't matter. Black men still voting overwhelmingly Democrat, whether we say it or not. Yeah, 15% of us. It ain't like 55% of black men voted for Republicans or some shit. That might change in the future. I think it will. But at this juncture, I don't think you can righteously say that black men vote Democrat any less than black women, just slightly less. Like maybe 10% less, but it's not like a big chunk of black men are voting, Republican. It's starting to grow because of spaces like this. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. I hit you back. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. Latin men get more than they still marry. Well, that's an opinion that black men get more than everyone and still marry. But let's be honest, the family in the Latin community is still stronger. They have more of them still go to church. They still have a traditional family value in there, and they kicking our ass. So I'm glad you brought them up. The Latin men are actually winning in a lot of areas. They have traditional family values. So when you see them on a construction site, it'll be a lot of them, like the dad, the granddad. I seen that shit. The granddad, the dad, and the son and the grandchildren all out there working, doing construction. How the fuck is a black man gonna compete with that shit? A lot of our brothers can't compete with that shit. You competing against 4 or 5 generations of Latinos. They all riding in the same car together. They saving money. They staying in the same house. That's family for your ass. So yeah, they married. Right? But they're not like us culturally. You taking a whole separate culture and trying to say that culture is exactly like the black community. It's not. Their culture is nothing like ours. These people are a lot of them are devout Catholics. I mean, I ain't big on the Catholic Church, but even still, a lot of them are they're more traditional than black men are. So yeah, they're gonna get married more. That's just a fact. But they still married, so sex isn't the problem. It is the problem, bro. It is the problem. We don't have intact family structures like that. So yeah, sex is a big deal to black people, black men specifically. So Latino women are more feminine and sexual. That's an opinion. That's not a fact. Just because some guy made a video saying that they are, that's an opinion. Because really, that's just telling you that black men are shitty fathers. That's really what you're saying, Carlton. Black men don't know how to raise their kids, in other words. They daughters. Because guess what? Every black girl got a black dad. That ain't shit, in other words. That don't know how to teach. That doesn't know how to. But I take that back. He's weak and can't raise his daughter. I'm sorry. Because he got with a woman. Why would you get with a woman that ain't going to be a good mother for you? Because all you saw was the ass and a pretty face. See what I'm saying? It still points back at you. You just saying sex is more readily available in the Latin culture, but they still get married more. They don't have the culture we have, bro. They have a more Carlton. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna walk you through this. Who has a more traditional family structure, Latins or blacks? Which culture is more probably, closer to, I'm talking about men. Now, we're not just talking about the black woman in the church. We're talking about men and women. Which culture are you more likely to see men and women going to church and has a higher concentration of men in the church? Latins or blacks? Right? So when you say the things you're saying about more of them getting married, it stands to reason that this is not apples to apples. You can't just say that just because you have an opinion that they're more feminine, that they give more. And on top of that, even if you are saying that, they don't have fathers, they don't have husbands. Latin, but they still have legal prostitution in their culture. Well, yeah, shit, they have drugs and all that shit. What does that mean? Just because that exists, it doesn't mean it collectively. You just kind of answered your own question. Collectively, you just told me that the Latins have more of a traditional family structure, which means they're going to be more successful with a lot of shit than we are. All you got to do is just look at the demographics of people. But why do you think they say the family that prays together stays together? Right? Why? That's not just something they say. That's statistically true. So a lot of that goes into that, bro. That goes into it. So you can't just separate that and say, well, no, that's just black women are just super fucked up and they have a super problem. And that's really what it is. It's not our fault. We ain't got shit to do with it at all. Why we not getting married? We want to get married. We want to settle down and raise our kids and be in a house and not cheat on our wives. That's what we want, right? And it's just that black women are just, come on, stop. You don't believe that your damn self. You know damn well that ain't what niggas is focused on. Niggas is focused on getting a nut. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it is not, but our family structure was intact. Small hats, bro. This is where I separate from a lot of brothers that say, well, they got a home country. They got a different culture. We had all that shit intact up until we started fucking with these people. Right? Let me show you. I'll show you. Our shit was intact, nice and smooth, up until we started fucking with these motherfuckers right here. This is what did it. Right here. This is what fucked us. Right here. Fucking with these small hats. This shit here. That's Angela Davis right there, getting mentored by that motherfucker who said we need to get rid of traditional sex and start having sex, untraditional sex, which is, you know what, right? This shit is what fucked us right here. Feminism, liberation, power to the people, all that shit. We adopted a lot of that shit and we made that shit synonymous with African. And when we did that, we separated from a lot of shit because African doesn't necessarily mean, against traditional family values. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? That's what got us. The women don't want families. Neither do the men, bro. That's why you act like these niggas out here want to get married. Stop it. That's why all you can do is focus on the nut. No, it's not. Carlton, you yourself could get married if you wanted to. I don't even know if you are married. I don't know. I don't know if you got kids. But a lot of brothers are in this space disgruntled. See, this is the thing. This is why it's over. This is why I always play one of my favorite songs that I always play. And look, this is why. Because at the end of the day, it is over for the black community. It is over because we refuse to accept some things about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We refuse. We refuse to look at ourselves
You'll be headed to another place.
We refuse right here.
Will reflect in your mother's face. I hear you breathing, but your heart no longer sounds strong.
That's it.
But you kinda scared of dying, so you hold on. And you keep on blacking out in your closest love. Stop trying to fight the reaper, just relax and let it go. Because there's no way you can fight it, though you'll still try.
Man, look, bro. Let me explain something to you. That's bullshit, Carlton. You need to stop. Stay off YouTube, fam. Stay off. Stay off YouTube, bro. These niggas done got you. Don't no woman want to be up here at no damn 4 o'clock in the morning, waking up and got to go to work, worrying about a damn child by herself. She winds up in that situation because niggas, like you just said, you just kind of painted yourself in the corner. Niggas just focused on the nut. So if the damn condom bust, oh well, I'm not marrying your ass. It's too much pussy out here, right? So you just kind of put yourself in the corner. You can't say that, then turn around and say they want to be a single. What woman, by a show of typing a one in the chat, how many of y'all, if you're a female, want to raise a child by yourself? Come on. How many of y'all want to raise a child by yourself? You want to be up here, can't go to work because one of the kids at school got COVID. They shut the damn school down. Oops. You go to school, you just got back from Christmas break. Your child go there, about 2 weeks later, one of the children got COVID. My lady was able to go handle that, though. But how many women want to be able to say, you know what? I work way in Midtown Atlanta, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to stay home and I'm just going to watch my son who doesn't even have it, but because he was around somebody at the school that was in high school. Now he in junior high, he in elementary, but because somebody in high school had one of the cheerleaders, the whole damn school shut down. And I'm sure black women are having a great time doing that shit, right? Missing out on work, not being able to go. And I'm sure you got all the sick days you want, right? Come on, man. Don't no woman want to be a damn single mom. But she don't have to answer to a man. What? Brother, let me explain something to you. I really think we make these stereotypes just, and this is why we can't fix our problems. Because listen, he sees this shit. People like this is why they are successful. Look at this picture. Look at this and look at what he just said. She don't have to answer to a man. He loves that shit. He loves it. They love people like you, dog, with all due respect, because you don't see the game. You don't see it. All you see is the gender war shit that you listen to on YouTube all day, every day. That shit is gospel, because Lord knows all you got to do is entertain black folks. They'll ride with you to the wheels fall off, right? They'll ride with you to the wheels fall off. So that's what black women want, right? Black women want to be single moms just so they ain't got to answer to a man. Who's to say that a woman won't get with a man and be submissive but still have a fucking opinion? Because that's how black women are. I don't expect my woman not to tell me what the fuck she feels. She gonna do that before she do anything else. I ain't worried about that shit. She ain't got to worry about that shit. That don't mean I don't run my damn house, though. Like, it's so binary with a lot of these brothers in this space. You can't just accept the fact that you've been fucked over by the small hats. You can't even see it. All you see is the race war shit. So because you can't get through that shit, I'm going to have your children in dresses that you won't raise because you want to keep getting the nuts. So it's not like you're going to get married. So you're not going to be in the house with them. And I'm going to keep pumping their ass with chemicals. I'm going to keep pushing them to wear dresses. I'm going to keep destroying them. Meanwhile, while you worrying about all that shit you talking.
And you can try it till you fight it, but you'll still die. Your spirits leave your body and your mind clears.
The rigor mortis starts to set. Now you out of here. That's it. Now I got it. Yeah, you're right. That's right. It's over. Because men don't want to stay. You don't want to leave. Man, she don't want to submit to me. Man, shit. If she not going to let me say, shut the fuck up, and she say, yes, sir, then she's not submissive. That's what you think. You want somebody to kiss your ass, brothers. You don't want a damn submissive woman. Submissive women don't necessarily mean she don't just kiss your ass. Like, that's not submission. That's something else. You just because you got a dick and balls, you making $30,000, you ain't super rich. But because you got a dick and balls, anything you say out your mouth, she got to be yes, sir, no, sir. Like, come on, man. Come on. Of course you're going to disagree, Brizzle. Of course. I still agree with your assessment of men only wanting to bust. one of the reasons many of us have been married because we've been struggling to economically position ourselves to provide. Now, I respect that. I actually respect that. I actually respect what you just said. I don't disagree with you right there. That actually could be true. I have no problem with what you just said, Brizzle. Right? You know what I'm saying? You didn't get those exactly. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. I respect what you just said. We're not in disagreement with that. But you're doing it from a responsible place, Brizzle. You're not saying, well, I can't find a good woman. Like, you're not saying, you just saying, man, I'm not in a position to provide for a woman and be a husband and really be able to do the things I think I should be able to do as a man. Now, yes and no, some women will say, well, shit, I don't need you to pay all the bills in the house. Just, pay what, we'll pay what we can and let's figure it out. Let's work together. I don't expect a 24-year-old man to be able to take care of all the bills and take me on trips and pay my car note and pay my damn insurance and pay for daycare and pay. I don't expect that from a 24, 25-year-old. A lot of women don't. As a man that done been out there, I'm telling you, I when I was young, I ain't had no problem. If I wanted to get married, I probably could have been married in 6 months. I knew it. Single. I'm talking about not the woman I'm with now. I'm talking about when I was single, when I wasn't even talking to her. Man, it wasn't nothing. If I met a woman and I was like on that tip, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I met a bunch of nice ass, cool chicks that would have made great wives. Bunch of them. I know in this space that's not really talked about. There's a lot of cool ass black women out there I met that was cool as hell. I want what the Latin Asian man gets. Well, you got to produce like he does, Carlton. Do you produce like him? You don't, a lot of our men don't even believe in the same traditional family values anymore. Right? If I just say the Bible on here, I got so many men getting angry, attacking me because I quoted the Bible yesterday, because I quoted a verse out the Bible. I got, well, yeah, that's how they control you, that white man. So, yeah, so a lot of these dudes, them Latin dudes, I know for sure, a lot of them dudes on some different shit than us. A lot of them have skills we don't have, right? We don't have those skills. So, I mean, it's a few reasons why they get a lot more respect if you want to really be real with that shit. Economics is very important for a black man. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Mexican men have less than black men, but they have traditional values, and most of them have skills. Most of them have a job. When you say have less, that is including the ultra wealthy. So our numbers are skewed way up. The average black man, the reason our unemployment numbers are as low, as low as they are right now, is because they don't even count a lot of brothers. 1 in 4 black women, I'm sorry, I'll take that back. 1 in 3 black men are either underemployed or unemployed. Let's not lie to ourselves now. Let's stop telling black men they the shit when we broke and we fucked up and we at the bottom. We the bottom of the fucking totem pole. Mexican men will come over here broke, barely can speak English. They'll be staying 5 and 6 to a house, come back in 6 years, see what happens. Yeah, how many black people have seen some Mexicans come in this bitch in rehab houses and be living in that bitch, and you come back 5, 6 years later and bought the whole damn block? We not the same. Let's stop acting like black men are hell. No, you're not. No, you're not. They including LeBron James. They're including all these rich black celebrities and rich black businessmen and shit. They don't have that shit yet, but a lot of them are give it about 66 years. Come back and talk to me. Because they killing us right now. Let's stop that shit. See, in this YouTube space, I'm gonna tell the black man the truth. I'm not gonna get on this bitch and be talking all that shit like, you the most desirable man on the planet, and women this, and women want you, and you this, and you, man, get the fuck out of here. Come on, bro. You the laughing stock of the world. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? What he said, Carlton said, Mexican men marry earlier. It's easier to get women on your program. Let's see what else. That's because the culture doesn't teach women to be single until 35. Bro, you listen. Carlton, you kind of telling on your own dating experiences, brother. Because I don't know about you. I ain't gonna say I would have got a woman to marry me. I probably could did that shit at 22 if I'd felt like. I'm just being straight up. I'm thinking back when I was at Tuskegee. I know at least 2 women I could have married back then. Like, let's stop it. I know at least 2 that I could have married for real. Would have married me at 20. I wouldn't have wanted to, but I'm just saying, if I'd have wanted to, I could have. 26, 20. Oh, easy. You telling me a woman at 26 ain't looking to find a husband? Is that what you telling me? Come on, man. I seen how women get at 26, 27 about marriage firsthand. Believe that shit. I've seen how women get, black women, a lot of them want to be married. A lot of them want to be married, especially if they got a child. Now, is that saying that a lot of them ain't on some fuckery? Of course, black women, a lot of black women are on some fuckery. A lot of them, even though they may want to be married, they got some character flaws and shit like that. They do. A lot of them do. But the reason that the black community is in shambles is because you so focused on that. They got you so myopic, Carlton. All they got you focused on, man, black women this, black women this, black women, black women, black women. They got you so focused on that. Meanwhile, they teaching your children how to wear, your boys how to wear dresses. We fucked. They fucking black people. Because that's and you saying and you cool with it. You just say, yep, that's it. And you still don't see, you still pushing for, you still don't say, well, let me stop doing this. You still talking like that after you agreed with me that they fucking us. So that's like I said, that's that. If that ain't mind fuck for your ass, I don't know what is.
You start your journey into outer space. You see yourself in the light, but you're still feeling out of place. So you standing in the tunnel of eternal.
It's over. It's over. Anytime, you black men vote Democrat. What are you talking about? You act like black men ain't vote Democrat strong for Barack Obama. Strong. Dude showed up in record numbers. Black men voted in record numbers for Barack Obama. What are you talking about? Yes, black women are devout Democrat. But just because in this space, we have a small fledgling amount of black men that are conservative, that I'm not under any delusion that most black men ain't going to vote Democrat. Yes, they are. I'm in the minority. I know I'm in the minority. Black people that vote Republican or conservative are in the minority, that have traditional family values and understand that shit for what it is. We are in the minority. I know that. You just accept what it is. No, you are encouraging that shit. You believe it. They got you, dog. They got you. They got you, dog. They got you. You want to believe that shit, that's what it is. That's you. That is your experience. That's what you've been through. That's how they got your head in your mind. You think that black women don't want to get married. You think that black women want to raise a child by themselves because somehow they the queen of the house by them fucking selves. Yeah. Okay. You believe that. I don't. I don't believe that shit one bit. A woman, if the father of her child was acting right, 90% of black women would have married that dude if he was on, if they was acting right. Now, what acting right looks like, I have to get into every case and every situation because sometimes the women be on some bullshit. That's true. A lot of times the dudes on some bullshit too. Facts. That's just what it is, right? Like, I listen, when a woman, I got my lady, before we got married, my lady got pregnant, right? And she was scared. And I told her, I said, look, I got you. I'm going to be here. I'm going to do what I got to do. Let's do this. We're going to raise him. That's that. I didn't know it was a boy at the time, right? A lot of women like, well, shit, that's what I need to hear. That you going to have my back, that you going to be here, that you go, like, you ain't going to ever. I gave her my card when she was pregnant. Here you go. You need anything, just call me before you don't run that. Anything under 100, get it. But if it's over 100, call me. Usually, most of the time, it's under $100 for a baby. Unless you're talking about, she never paid for 1 week of the damn daycare, or never paid for 1 week of school, nothing, ever. Right? So she knew where I was at my time in my career financially. She's like, okay, I'm sure he can take care of the child. Then she's like, well, I don't want to be a single mom. I was like, okay, well, we're going to get together. We're going to make this work. And that's what we did. So this shit, I'm like, you talking to a brother that's done what the fuck you said is impossible. And not way before that, I had plenty of women that I knew I could have been their husband, but I wasn't ready. I was not ready. I'm going to be straight up. I was not ready. I'll never hear brothers say that shit. It's always like these brothers just want to be husbands and want to be fuck out of here. No, they don't. A lot of these niggas don't. Not all of them don't. These niggas don't want to get married and raise their children. Let me tell you something. It is important. That's the missing piece to your puzzle. I don't have no piece missing, bro. You do. I take into account your thought. You don't take into account mine. I understand why you think the way you think. You believe all the statistics and shit. Look at the divorce rates. Look at the out of wedlock births. Look at this. 70% of our kids are born out of wedlock. Then that means that every time a child is born out of wedlock, the woman full of shit and she the reason. Every time. It can't be that the nigga's a bitch and he got scared because he thought he wasn't going to be able to pay for it. No, that never happens. That never happens. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with you on the marriage laws and all that shit. I don't have no problem with that. But if you choose right, man, a lot of that shit you ain't got to worry about. I'm being straight up with you. I'm being straight up. A lot of that shit you ain't got to worry about. Let me tell you something. Me and my lady talked. She was like, look, we not together. I want you to be, I want joint custody. She said, because I'm going to live. I want to go out. I want to travel. I want to take trips. I want to do stuff. I don't want to be up here like, okay, you just come get them every other weekend. It don't work like that. I'm like, okay, cool. So it just depends, bro. It just depends, man. On some real shit, man. It just depends. What's up, man? Let me hit you back. I'm all right. Yeah. So that's how that works. Bro, black men be crying because they want a woman. Well, a lot of them can't get a woman because they overweight. A lot of them can't get women because they fucking lame, bro. Listen. Unless you have a vetting system where you can vet every black man on the internet, you don't just take motherfuckers at face value. Because let every nigga say that he got an 8-inch dick or bigger on this space. They all make at least $100,000 in this space, right? Like, just stop it. We all making 6 figures. We all got big dicks, right? We all got these big gargantuan dicks. We all know how to fuck. We all know how to talk to women. It's just they own the fuck shit, right? Nah. Tell that to somebody who head screw on and all. Exactly, to mask the fact that they probably can't get a woman. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. I ain't never had to go nowhere and bitch about not getting a woman, ever. I don't believe y'all niggas. I don't. I'm just going to tell you, sub, I don't believe you niggas. I don't. With all due respect, you know you one of my people, Carlton. I don't believe your ass. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I don't care how many million videos y'all make. I done been on YouTube all this time, listening to all the videos. I listen to all the content, the 8-hour panel discussions on a Friday night, every Friday, right? That should tell you something right there, right? Every Saturday. Damn, bro, ain't you got a woman to go out with? It's Valentine weekend. Damn, what y'all going out Monday? When y'all going out? When y'all gonna hang out? Oh, you ain't got no woman. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I can't find no woman. Wait a minute, bro. You a heterosexual man in the 20s. Bro, let me tell you, I live in Atlanta. There's so many women out this bitch. Like, what is y'all brothers talking about? Like, I just don't believe you. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe. Yeah, they are, because they choose when they get married. So what is you saying? Of course, they choose it. Right? So I don't know why you keep saying that. So if that's the case, then why are they complaining then? You kind of, that's what I'm saying. You going in a circle. You want this shit to be. You know what you want to be. This the world you want to be. Black men are good men. All of us. Black men, outside of Pookie and Ray Ray, right? Pookie and Ray Ray, those are the fuck ups, right? Black men are good men. All the educated brothers are good men. They're going to love their wives. They're never going to cheat on them. They're going to be, all of them got 8-inch dicks, and they fuck the best. They're good fathers. They got good, clean, wholesome value. Now, they don't go to church. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in none of that shit, but they are good men, right? And we just have to take their word at that they're going to be good men, right? In this space, we just got to believe. That's what you want to be true. And it's really the black women, the strong, successful black woman with the sister girl, funky ass, fucked up black girl magic attitude is the reason why you can't find a black woman, right? Because every woman you met got that neck swirl, hands on the hips, fuck you, nigga, I make my own money ass attitude, and I don't want you because da-da-da-da-da. I'm going to go date me a gang member, right? I'm 40 years old, right? But I'm finna go fuck with me a gang member, right? I'm 30 years old looking for a husband, but let me go fuck this nigga that's in the gang that's 22 years old because he got the bet. He fucked me right. Is that pretty much accurate? That's how you think, right? That's how you see the world. That's how every woman is. And there are small outliers, but we're talking about a fraction of a percent of black women that you could find, right? What facts? What facts? Please tell me what facts. Name them. Give them to me. Because I got a meeting in 22 minutes. Give them to me. What facts? Please. Please, Carlton, I bequeath you, brethren. What facts are you talking about? Please don't drop no out of wedlock births. What you got? Then black women. What? Black men are more married. I agree with that. I said, yeah, they are, but they the ones that choose it. So isn't that kind of against the shit that you said? You really gave me a nugget, bro. Give me a proof as to what proof do you have that you can't find a woman to marry? That it's just impossible for Carlton Banks III to find a wife. I'm talking about you. Give me the statistical data that says it's impossible, that you can't meet. You ain't met one. How old are you? You about what? You in at least your 30s, 40. I know damn well you done met one. You ain't met one, sister. You don't know how to date. See this. Thank you, brother. This is what y'all doing. Y'all giving me more ammunition. So what you telling me is you don't know how to find a woman, which means you don't know how to date. So what you doing, Carlton? You going to the strip club looking for a woman? What is it? Talk to me. All right. What is it, man? I know Brizzle has something to say. Who's popping off about money and me? Guys gripe about women choosing based on looks and swag. Well, shit, if you ugly, Brizzle, that ain't my problem. I don't have no problem with that. I look good, damn it. So what? Hey, I'm good. I'm getting chose. Thank you. You basically proving the market point that it is a marketplace. Swag. Let's see what swagger is. What is swagger? Let's see, because we demonize that shit so much, right? Swagger for black men means, oh, he wears his pants off his ass, right? Doesn't mean you know you fashionable and you know how to dress or some shit like that. Walk or behave in a very confident or typically arrogant or aggressive way. A very confident and typically arrogant, aggressive gait or manner. Let's see what else. Let's keep going. Like this is my thing, bro. Swagger is just a style, an essence of how you yourself are an individual. So for me, just because I dress nice or because I wear a nice suit, that's my swagger. That's my style, right? And I got a style. I had a way I would wear my shirts. I had a way I would wear my hat that was distinctive to me. My homeboys would joke on me and try to have a hat like that, like, oh, I'm gonna be like you, just being funny, because that is my swagger. That is my style. So now you brothers telling me you don't have no swag, you have no. So what you saying? You ugly, and you said guys gripe about women choosing because, okay, so the opposite of that is you don't look good and you don't have no sense of style and fashion about yourself. It makes sense though. Okay. So that's what they're complaining about. They don't have no swagger, they don't have no style, they don't have nothing. So nigga, you should be single. You should, like, you deserve to be single. What about you makes you special? What makes you deserving? I'm educated, but that ain't shit. You don't lead like we talked about G Dizzle. You don't lead with your degree. Hey, baby, what's up? I got a bachelor's and I got an associate's and I got a master's, and that is what I do. And you don't want to be a lick, so you don't want to tell a woman you make 100,000, because we all make 100,000, right? Right? So you don't want to come up and say that, because now you look like a sucker. So it really, to me, as I look at it, I haven't really heard a substantive reason why these women should fuck with these niggas. I really haven't. I ain't got that fucking problem. I don't, never had it. 6'2", sorry, if you 5'6", kill yourself. I'm just playing. But I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry, you short, hey, that's your problem. Got a little dick, that's your problem. Got a little dick energy, that's your problem. It ain't mine. I ain't got that problem. Why I ain't got that problem? Why? Shit, I ain't never had no problem with that shit. None of it. So why these dudes be talking like this, man? That's loser talk. Can I just tell you the truth? That's loser shit, man. When I hear a nigga say that, I can't get a woman. She don't want me because I got a degree. Niggas, stop. She don't want me because I got a degree. Well, why me and G Dizzle went to Tuskegee, and it was women all over that motherfucker. We were educated. We was in college. We was getting chose. We had choices, options. I ain't saying I know some niggas will mack your damn woman at 5'2". I'm just being funny. So what you're saying is the reason why black people vote against the family is because I can't get a woman? Huh? No, brother. What I'm saying is the reason black people vote against the family is not because you can't get a woman. You think the way you think, and that's that. But a lot of black men collectively, I wasn't even talking about Carlton Banks III. What I'm saying is black men collectively don't a lot of them don't want to get married. And when you don't have an intact family structure, you are like a city with no walls. You have no defense. And so any motherfucker that wants to come into your community and push any types of evil, demonic bullshit, like this shit here, right? What is it called? What do you call it? What do we call it? Eros in civilization, polymorphous perversity, a concept crafted by Sigmund Freud. It posed the idea of sexual pleasure outside the traditional norms. And they go and get that shit to a woman by the name of Angela Davis from Birmingham. I think she went to UC Berkeley or whatever. Then she went over to Germany and was trained by these motherfuckers. She came into our community and started pumping a lot of that shit. A lot of people bought onto it, latched onto it. The shit came through because they run the television, they run the media, they run the music, they run the damn print, they run all that shit. Meanwhile, and then I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I really believe. I believe you have a lot of brothers in this space rooting against our fucking communities. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think because they dry dicked in the motherfucking, because they didn't get to fuck the women they wanted to fuck, they are rooting for our community to be destroyed. They would celebrate that shit. Them motherfuckers would come roast marshmallows in the fire. That's what I believe. I hear it all the time. I see people celebrating when a black woman is 30 years old. She's old. She can't get a man. Look at Megan Good. I'm like, nigga, you really think Megan Good can't get a man? You really believe that shit? Okay. Yeah. I got some real estate to sell you if you believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. I would be the exact same way. If I wanted to destroy the black community, what's the first thing you do? Get rid of the man or train him to not want to be with his woman. It's the same as making a man gay. It's the same shit. It's the same strategy. But it's in reverse. It's always, well, I want a woman. I just, yeah, but you can't find one, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that shit is popularized, right? I will make the case that somebody's going to give one of these brothers out this space eventually. Probably not Kevin, because he don't have no real core values, and he just changed with the weather. But somebody that's really like and he's gonna become popular, and a lot of young black boys are gonna try to live and adhere to those principles, right? And that's what it is. And this shit has been sabotaged. It's been bombarded with people from without that really don't want our community to flourish. And you got a lot of agents on the inside that really want to see this shit burn because they 5'6". Because when you see them, they don't know how to dress worth shit. Right? I'm just being straight up. Like, I'm gonna just tell you the truth. You can't get a woman because when I look at you, if I was a woman, I wouldn't fuck with you. No homo. Right? I'm looking at you. There's nothing fly about you. Your shoes, your clothes, your shirt, your hair, your haircut. You got a fucked up haircut. Even when you get a haircut, it looks fucked up. Like this is where it is. And so it's not that oh man, you bashing educated lame. Who the fuck said you got to be lame just because you're educated? That's what I'm bashing. I'm removing that whole stigma that just because you educated, you lame. Because that whole ideology, I don't believe in. Like, so I got a degree, so I'm lame. I got a degree, so women don't want me because I got a degree, right? They don't want educated men. That ain't got shit to do with it. They don't want your ass. That's what that shit is. They don't want you. It's called self-esteem. Esteem of your motherfucking self, right? Ain't that what Kat said? You know what I'm saying? But Zero, she even left the dude that got the girl I wanted. He on child support, but he wanted to keep his family. I don't even know who you're talking about. Let me see. Did you say something up here? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm not stereotyping. Listen, hold on. I'm not stereotyping short men. I'm being funny, man. Most short niggas, man, they don't give a fuck about this shit. So don't take this like a short bashing video. I didn't know this shit happened until I got in this space. Well, niggas felt that way. I didn't know y'all was short, to be honest with you. So I ain't bashing these short brothers. If you feel that way about women, you feel like they don't want you because of whatever, and you feel like they want a man with swag and all that shit. Bro, swag is some shit. That's just style. That's all that shit is. Style and confidence. Right? Things that you should have as a man is, first of all, you should be probably caring about your presentation. That's what Kevin Samuels talk about. Good example. Kevin Samuels has a swag. I don't fuck with him, but he has a nice swag. That's why he blew up. Like, take notes. Shit. You know what I'm saying? One of your favorite, some of these brothers, gay lover. Like, that's your favorite guy, man. Look at him. He wear the suits. He got the glasses. He has a presentation. Why is it when I talk about that shit, it's taken as a bashing thing? No, that shit is important. We heard black women say that they don't like the stereotypical black man pathologies. The fact that ELs don't usually have those issues is supposed to be the selling point. But for reasons we fail to understand, that doesn't sell. Well, I don't feel like a woman is really going that far into that shit. He was dealing with a different set of women. Them women at Tuskegee wasn't on that hood shit. Exactly. And some of them were, though. Truth be told. Some of them were. There were niggas that came to school. Hey, G, you remember Powell? Remember Powell used to be whooping up, jumping on niggas on the football team? We had thugs on the football team. But they had their lane, I had mine. It's not always just like cut and dry like that. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, even the dude that she did want left him, and he wanted to keep his family, but she took him to court too. I don't know who you're talking about. You're talking about a one-off individual anecdotal situation of one case? Because if you are, then that is that case. That doesn't prove or disprove anything. That is just a one-off situation where someone went to court. Now, I would have to go, and if he says he wants his family, I know motherfuckers that want their family that's fucking a bunch of hoes, that was cheating on a woman, and when the woman left them, they cried and told about they wanted their woman, right? So if you're asking lanes to do something that isn't natural for them, I understand where they're coming from. What isn't natural? See, there we go. Good example. So you telling me that if I ask a guy that doesn't dress, but he complains, he's not willing to fix it, but he complains, that is feminine. That is feminine, right? That's like a woman riding down the street. She gets a flat tire and she sits there. Like, I told the story of this woman I saw that sat there when she got the flat tire. She a woman. I expect that shit I don't expect that from men. You are supposed to be a problem solver. You're supposed to fix shit. So if you got a problem, you fix it. You don't sit up. That's how we built civilization. You have a problem, you provide a solution. You fix it. If you can't get women, you fix it. Now you say, I'm not being myself. Well, you're being yourself. It's a lot of shit that you like. Life is about growth, man. Like, it's like you don't want to grow. You want to stay comfortable. And you know what the problem is? You got this little fucked up ass space right here on YouTube with these dudes that tell you it's not your fault. It's not your fact you're 400 pounds and out of shape. It's not your fact you got bad credit and had kids out of wedlock. It's white supremacy. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Fix it. Fix it. Get your ass in the gym. Up your money game. Hire a fashion consultant. Learn how to dress. Work on going out and walking up to women that you're afraid of and look them motherfuckers in the face and say what's up for yourself. Fuck her. She ain't got to give you a number. She ain't got to holler at you. She can dish you. Fuck her. It's about you. It's about you growing to the fullest potential, if that's a word, the greatest potential that you're capable of as a man. This ain't got nothing to do with these hoes, man. About all these women out here, man. Fuck that shit. You go up, you do what you supposed to do. As a man, this ain't got shit to do. So when I tell you, hey, man, you ain't got no swag. Well, shit, if you ain't got no swag, then you need to fix it. Man, why are you telling me to be somebody that I ain't want? Why I got to be somebody else? Because being that, it doesn't work. There's something, see, let me explain something. Let me break you free of that. There are sides of you. Don't look at it like you're not being yourself. You have sides, right? There's the aggressive basketball player on the court side of Sub-Zero. There's the father side of Sub-Zero. There's the loving, side with my woman, Sub-Zero. There's the YouTube Sub-Zero. We all have sides. It is not in contradiction. All of these can exist within one person. This is what we like to call like the iceberg analogy, right? What you see is the tip of the iceberg oftentimes. And so when you see the top of the iceberg, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are some sort of, whatever. loser because you showing a different side. You have different sides. If I'm coming from the north, I see one side. I'm coming from the south, I see another. Are they not the same thing? Yes, they are. But you see different sides of it. You are complex. You're not just one person, right? There's the side of me when I was on the runway at New York, in the runway, and the shit I was saying when I was at Fashion Week. The way I felt, the cockiness, the energy I walk with. Then there's the real shit, like when I'm being honest and vulnerable with my lady, telling her my flaws or what I feel like my concerns are. Those are two different people. Why is it that black men think that they gotta be one way? You ain't got no swag. Well, shit. If I take you to the mall, me and you, I say, hey man, put this on, put this on. If I take you to the gym, if you work out and you lose weight and you exercise and you get in shape, is that not you? That's still you, right? But now you got 10% body fat. Is it still you? Right? And if you work out, now that you're proud of what you've done, you'll wear a different shirt, won't you? You want to show the muscles off, don't you? Is that not you? Well, that's me. But what's the difference? Well, at this point, you earned something. You're proud of what you did in the gym. And that's not being hypocritical. That's not you not being yourself. Now, if you do some shit far-fetched, like some crazy shit, then yeah, that isn't you. What you got? I disagree. I think a lot of these dudes are born to lose when it comes to getting women. There's no problem. There's no solution for them. It's in their mind, no G. It's not that you are correct in that they made it true themselves. They're gonna listen. It's just like what did Morpheus say when he was in that training? Hold on, let me see if I can find that shit. Right? Remember in Matrix? They were walking. And right here. Watch this here.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters. The very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
They will fight to protect it, which is what you see in this space. They're not ready to be unplugged. They think that this is who I am, and now I know I got validation because other men, greater men, at least that's what you think they are on YouTube, sitting in their living room in their fucking drawers in their mom's basement, talking about how they went through the same thing, brother, and I feel your pain. Right? So now I know what I'm saying. Me being lame and a reject is nothing wrong with that, because you know what? I don't have to face it. Though there's something wrong with the world that I can't come out here looking like the fuck like toe up from the foot to my top of my head and get the baddest damn dime because I got a degree, right? This is the mentality. She should give me the pussy because I went to college. This is it. I should get a woman and so that's what I'm saying. They plugged into a system and you can't get them out. They'll fight you hopelessly, like Morpheus just said. They will fight to protect it. That's what they're doing. They're fighting to protect it in my comments and shit like that, and making videos and adding me in their damn videos and shit like that. And I don't, they do shit like that because they need this system. Now I can look at it. I ain't trying to be funny. Before I came to this space, I'm gonna be honest with you. Did I see dudes that lose with women? Yeah, I've seen some before. And you know what I noticed? A lot of those dudes, real shit, and I gotta go upstairs. A lot of those dudes, I could look at them and see why they lose. Like, let's be honest, guys. Like, we can look at most of these brothers that are complaining. I can tell you instantly why the fuck, just listening to your voice. I see why women dry up around you. I see why. Because just listen to you talk. And until you fix it, it is what it is. So if I get married, black people will start voting pro-family. If I get married. Yeah, that's kind of how shit works, because you're gonna think about your children and your family. Yeah, you're gonna become more conservative, so you're not gonna be supporting of gay shit pumping hormones in the little boys. Damn, this shit, I gotta explain it to you? Yeah, people with family tend to be more conservative. Yes. So you telling me a man with a family and a mortgage and kids is going to support a lot of these fucked up ass policies? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. I can't believe you asked me that question. Can't believe you asked me that. I can't believe you asked me that. On the lame thing, my personal solution was be the best self. Yeah, that's it. You fix your own shit. Fuck, and damn if a woman don't want you after the fact. Fuck it. You did the work, man. You deserve to feel good about yourself. That's what this shit is about. Because when you feel good about yourself, that shit is radiant and it draws women. It does draw women when you're confident in and of yourself as far as who you are. If you're not and you think you're supposed, but 90% of black women are for the, see there? And 99% of black men are in since you say that shit. Because they raise these fucked up ass women. Carlton. They raise them. Every day one turns 20 years old. That means some nigga around here, 38, 42, that's probably in the manosphere, got a shit-ass daughter he didn't raise and gave her some fucked up-ass values, and she's not going to make a man a good wife. So which is it? Which comes first, the cart or the egg? I told you who it was. I told you it was the small hats, but you just want to blame the women because you can't raise above that matrix shit. They got you, bro. They got you. Have a good one, man. Y'all, I see y'all.